everyone, Ghost of Orchid here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at another healing build. We're looking at the Warden Healer this time. It is a build I have promised for a while but not delivered because I'll be honest, I forgot. And first things first, I'll look at the skills first because I've got the tab open. Fungal Growth Morph, Enchanted Growth. Seed a large area of mushrooms in front of you, healing you and your allies. Any target healed gains minor intellect and minor endurance, increasing their magic and stamina recovery. Very nice little heal, very good for group sustain, and just general nice. Wouldn't spam it, but just throw it in the group. Illustrious Healing, the Grand Healing Morph. It's not really a great skill, but it's good for a target AoE heal. It's just nice to have on the ground and just help people out with. Regen Morph, Radiating Regeneration. Share your staff's life, giving energy, healing you and up to 3 allies nearby. Over 10 seconds. It's a nice little heal. Again, I call it a top up heal. Just to keep the group nice and healed up, so you know you're not running into too many problems. This is my flex spot. Fletcher Infection's currently on here. It's a Swarm Morph. It does give minor vulnerability, however, I believe if you have an Arcanist in the group, you do not need to run this. In which case, if you have sustain issues, I would go with the Blue Betty. I don't personally, because I'm a Breton on my Warden Healer, and they have very, very good sustain. But if you do have sustain issues, this can be very, very helpful, because it causes this skill to come about, which increases your magicka and stamina recovery if an animal companion ability is slotted, so it could be nice. If you're in Cloud Rest, Deceptive Predator is nice. Not only do you gain minor evasion, however, you also move faster. So if you're a kite healer, it can be very, very nice, but don't worry about it if you're not in Cloud Rest. If other skills I'd replace it with is things like orbs, however I've got that on the back bar usually. What else? If you need Purge, for example, that's fine. If your group's going to be taking on more damage, or you are, you can get Expansive Frostcloak. It's quite nice to use. Again, just increases your major resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance. What I like about the Warden Healer is, to be fair, it's got quite a few flex spots, so don't worry too much. Another one I run is Combat Prayer. This is your bread and butter heal. It's Blessing and Protections Morph. Very, very nice. Slam your staff down to activate its blessings, healing you and your allies in front of you. Anyone who's stacked will get hit with this repeatedly. They will also have their physical and spell resistance increased. This can really, really help save the group. Last skill I have, this is my ultimate, is Barrier Morph, Reviving Barrier. It's a very, very nice heal. Very, very good when you're taking on heavy damage. But not just that, if you have sustain issues, like I said, I don't because of what I am, you can use magic, you can put points into the passive Magicka Aid, which increases your stamina recovery, Magicka recovery for each support ability slotted. It is a support ability, so it can be very, very nice. If you add Purge on there as well, you're going to have Magicka for days. You shouldn't really need it, as Warden has got pretty decent sustain for a healer. Wouldn't rate it for a DPS sustain wise, but yeah, for a healer it's got pretty good sustain. Anyway, on the back bar, another flex spot, which I use Overflowing Altar. You do sacrifice some health, so do be careful. I've got the morph of Overflowing Altar from Blood Altar even. Applying minor lifesteal to your enemies in the area, healing you and your allies. Allies in the area can activate Blood Feast synergy, healing themselves. It's just nice if the group's taking on heavy damage. If you know that things could go south very fast. Trials where particularly heavy damage like Dreadsail Reef, Rock Grove, Cloud Rest, very nice to just put down. It gives you one less thing to worry about. Next one is Budding Seeds. Budding Seeds is one of my favourite skills. It's Healing Seed Morph. It looks absolutely beautiful. Not only that, but as you can see, it heals for quite a lot, and people can activate it to get instantly healed for quite a lot over the course of 5 seconds. So it can be just a really, really nice heal for people, and it's just the heal that keeps on giving. Elemental Susceptibility. It's just a major breach. It sounds good on paper, and it really is good on a boss as well. You give them major breach for 30 seconds, reducing their physical and spell resistance. Basically, the DPS do more DPS, which is always nice. Again, another flex spot. I have the Blue Betty on here because it can help. It can also purge negative effects from you. So if you've got like a bleed from something and you just need to purge it, just press whatever skill it would be for you. So for non-controller users, it's 4. And then last but not least, I have Energy Orb in the skills section. Energy Orb is Necrotic Orb's morph. It's not brilliant heal-wise, however, it can give synergies to people, which is very nice for DDs, and it can be incredibly nice for the tanks. It just helps keep those, keep those levels up, as in, keep their stamina up, keep their magicka up, so they don't end up dying. Because especially in a trial, a dead tank can usually mean a dead group. Last but not least, my ultimate, I use Aggressive Warhorn, Warhorn's Morph. Sound of Warhorn to rally your forces, increasing you and your group's max magicka, max stamina by 10% for 30 seconds. You and your allies gain major force, increasing your critical damage by 20% for 10 seconds. Very, very nice skill. Just a bread and butter of most supports, if I'm honest. Now, onto the gear. My chair's creaking, I do apologise. I do use pillagers on this Warden as well. However, other sets you can use is Holofang. It's not as good, but it's quite nice. Whenever you critically heal or critically damage a target, spawn a ball of hemoglobin at the location. After 2 seconds, it explodes, restoring magicka and applying minor vitality to you and your group. So basically, people have healing, their healing amounts increased, and they can get a bit of resources back. I don't personally rate Naventas. Gelvolts you pair with Roaring Opportunist. Don't pair this on its own. But another set you could probably use if you don't have either of those is Winter's Respite. It's quite a nice set. Unfortunately, I don't have it on me, so I can't really show what it does. But I do have some in the bank, so if I remember, I will stitch it into this part. For monster set, currently I use Symphony of Blades. You can use Bogdan's, Troll King, Sentinel, just about anything. If you're struggling to get Symphony of Blades, because I know the dungeon can be a bit difficult, especially if you're new, it's very mechanic heavy. This is not a hate on anyone, by the way, it's just what it is. It is incredibly mechanic heavy, so if you are struggling, there are other options, do not panic. Last but not least, I use Spell Power Cure. Spell Power Cure is pretty much the bread and butter for any healer. It's just nice. It gives the target major courage for 5 seconds, which increases their spell and weapon damage. It's just very, very nice, and it really helps the fight. But yeah, honestly, you can replace these with quite a few different sets. Hitties is quite nice, although it's not the best. It's quite nice in some. Gosma again is quite nice. Again, Winter's Respite is quite nice. It all depends on your own playstyle and what you can get. Personally, what I'd say is anything is better than nothing. I did say I would add in Winter's Respite, and I have. So this is Winter's Respite. I only have the amulet in my bank. Casting abilities that leave an effect on the ground will create a circle of healing frost for 10 seconds. You and your group restore health for every 2 seconds while in the circle. It scales off it scales off your magicka or your stamina. Time for the rotation. First thing you want to do is Elemental Susceptibility it, put Budding Seeds down, put the altar up, and throw a nice ball of heal. If you have sustain issues, put the Betty Natch up first. If not, don't worry about it. Then you want to use the mushrooms, use healing springs, regen, Vector Infection, and then just use combat prayer throughout the fight. Rinse and repeat, honestly, it is that simple. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please give it a like, a follow, subscribe if you're not. I am going to be making future builds. I'm probably going to be making a Sorcerer and a Nightblade healer build in future. I just need to level them up. Anyway, until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye for now. Bye.